Hi guys, what have we seen from Reform UK councillors so far? Well, at least regarding the ones who've actually turned up, very little. They've taken down a few flags and they've done a bit of fake litter collection. But the big plan for local government is of course DOGE, based on Elon Musk's scam. One of Reform's councillors appeared on a local political show where he was schooled on the current measures to audit council spending. And then have a listen to his response.
Is this just a gimmick?
Not at all. And Sir Steve, I assume you have nothing to hide. So would you welcome the DOGE unit coming to Barnsley Council and proving us right that there is no waste to be cut?
I don't need a DOGE unit. I've got the external auditors who said to us this year, Barnsley Council is a well-run council. It manages its finances well, and it provides value for money to its residents. We've been double council of the year. We've been told by the government we're the highest performing metropolitan authority in the country. I don't need some third-rate DOGE unit sticking its toe where it's not needed.
How often have you increased council tax in the last 5 years?
We've increased it every year because the reality is pressure.
The reality is pressure. Sorry, I don't have a longer clip here, but the reality is pressure. The Reform UK councillors' response to all of this is, well, how often have you increased council tax? They have to increase council tax because if they're not getting sufficient funding from central government, the only other alternative, apart from cutting public services, is to increase council tax. Now, council tax needs to be reformed, but that's a separate issue. See, what Reform UK want to do is they want to send in their DOGE team, which is of course going to disrupt the council because the council will have to stop doing what they're normally doing and facilitate a bunch of idiots who are looking for something that they can pretend is a necessary cut. But pressure has been applied to the councils over the last number of years. They had to increase council tax because when the Conservatives were in charge, they didn't provide councils with sufficient funding. And second, everything is more expensive now. Social care is more expensive, and there are more and more older people going into social care, and older people are living longer. So this is a bigger pressure on social care, which is a responsibility of the councils, which they're not supposed to cut. There is also housing. Housing is more expensive now, and more people are relying on councils for their housing, support for housing. So everything is more expensive. The Tories didn't give councils enough money to provide public services, so many of them had to cut a lot of those services. Remember, councils are supposed to be there to provide services to the public in the same way as a government is supposed to look after its citizens. If it's not doing that, what's the point in having a local authority, or what's the point in having a central government if they're not doing their job? Now, what Reform want to do is go in there, look for something trivial, say, oh, see, this vindicates our existence. We found something that the council should be cutting. I don't know, ergonomic chairs or working from home or flags or something like this, something trivial. And then they'll say, see, we needed DOGE after all. The DOGE is not designed to act independently. It's a wing of Reform UK. So Farage can eventually say, see, we found some waste. This is why you need to vote for reform. That's the motivation behind it. If you look at what happened in the United States, DOGE didn't find savings. They just cut services. They laid off 300 workers and then had to rehire them because they didn't actually know what those workers were doing. Incidentally, they were nuclear safety engineers. Okay, so does anyone really want DOGE going in there, disrupting the councils? Remember, the council workers will have to stop what they're doing to help the DOGE people. And these DOGE people probably don't even understand how the councils work, so they need to be trained up in understanding the processes within the council. And then they're going to have to find something. And of course, this is politically driven. You're not going to see a situation where somebody from DOGE goes in and says, no, this Labour council is run perfectly, or this Conservative council is run perfectly, or this Green council is worked perfectly, or whatever. They're not going to do that. They will be instructed, go in there, find something, because Nigel needs to sell it on TV. That's what it's about. And it needs to be called out. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.